Hello, hello. I apologize for my tardiness. I was trying to look for a Sharpie. Doesn't it drive you nuts when you normally have like three Sharpies or three of anything that's normally in a place and then all of a sudden they're all gone? It usually is because a teenager has taken them. It happens with fingernail clippers all the time in our house. And so, like right now, I always have Sharpies on my little table, like next to where I do my things, and they're gone. So that's why I'm late. And I still haven't found any. So I apologize. Hello, hello. Who's here? Faye's here and Nancy and Brendar. Okay. That might be who just did a whole bunch of buy it nows for me. Welcome in. Welcome in. And my friend Carrie and Mel is here. Slong 72972 and Val and Elzit Elziter, I guess. And yeah, so but welcome in everyone. I've been working on getting all my pre-bids up. They are up. We're going to do an earring thing today. I'll tell you a quick story about where all these earrings came from. I was at an antique store yesterday, and I actually got them all in like a box, which I just blew me away at that this person was selling the jewelry box as well as all the jewelry in it. Okay, so I'm still looking for a Sharpie. So I kind of need one. I have to have a Sharpie for us to do what we're doing. So you're going to have to let me go to my purse. I apologize. I'm coming. I promise I'm coming. Okay, I got one out of my purse. So anyways, I hope everyone is having a good evening. I've got a quiet household tonight because my husband's like out of town all week. So it's pretty quiet around here. Hey there, Marissa. How are you? So anyone who's new in here, I know that there is, I don't know if I think it's Brenda, the one who had bought some stuff from me yesterday. I just don't know your first name. I was going to write you on my little list of people if you would like. I mean, I can look on my buy it nows and I would be able to tell, but welcome. Okay, so if you're new here, my name is Curry and I'm with Cherish Relics Boutique, as you see right up here. And welcome in, Tiffany Newton. Thanks for visiting us all the way from YouTube. Thanks for coming on over to see us at District, which is where we are streaming from. I'm Curry. I'm with Cherish Relics Boutique, and I do part-time sales here in District. I do, pretty routine live shows on Monday and Friday evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern Time here in the Lilyworks Jewels, Antiques, and Makers Marketplace. I also do part-time sales on eBay, where I kind of do more of my, kind of higher level, natural stone, gold, sterling silver. Not that I don't bring those things here as well, because you guys have seen plenty of those kind of items that I've brought here, but that's mostly all of what I do there on eBay. And then I also have a YouTube channel for anyone interested in unboxings or unbaggings, unjarrings, jewelry hauls, hundreds of them. So you can look under the regular video section of my YouTube page, which is also called Cherish Relics Boutique, or you can look under the live section. The live section usually has the live streams I am streaming here from District. So welcome everybody, and happy Monday. And Chrissy, I haven't had a chance to go through your stuff, like get my gem tester out yet, but maybe I'll try to do it tonight when my show's over. I've just been working on this stuff and trying to get Christmas stuff packed up in boxes. So Anyways, I went yesterday to an antique store I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but I went to an antique store that's in Ohio, which we're right near the border. So it was about, I don't know, 45 minutes away from me. I actually went to two different antique stores, but one of the antique stores I went to, I'm trying to pull up a picture for you. I had bought this, as you see here, this, it's like a faux wood box. Here it is right here. It's just too big to kind of put in the thing. It's actually a pretty cool box. It's by Lerner, and it's just like a little jewelry box with a drawer in it right here. Okay. Yeah, one of the vendors there was selling this box with all of the items in it, which was a whole bunch of earrings. Look at all those earrings. All of them were vintage. All of them were clip back. And it was an incredible price. So I couldn't say no. And so, and I think there was about, I don't know, maybe there was about 8 pairs that were unmatched, which it will be in one of the lots that I share tonight, but some really great things and price points that are kind of all over the place. So, meaning, I shouldn't say all over the place, you know, less expensive and name brand stuff, kind of a little bit for everybody is what I want to try to say. So, yeah, with that being said, I originally was just going to, keep all the earrings in here and just take them out and look at them with you guys. And, if we were going to do any sales, I was going to price it as we go. But that just ends up taking way too long. And then all of you poor people, especially, I mean, come on, I don't know if Kathy's here, but we all know she puts on her PJs by, 9:30. And so I got to get my show in time before she goes to sleep. So I'm kidding. I love you, Kathy. But I just thought it would move things along a little bit faster. So I am going to just be bringing mostly the little bit more valuable things I will be selling individually earring wise, but mostly these are going to be bundles. Yeah. And I didn't actually pick out a game for us to do tonight. I don't know how much you guys are into a game, but I suppose I could do, I don't know if we want to do games, but these are always fun. So maybe we'll do some of these. And I'll just set them in the background. So, sorry, I was just grabbing some right off my... Okie dokie. So I've done these with you before. They're Guess the Gibberish. So it's essentially where it's kind of a little of a play with language where what it is not phonetically exactly as the word is spelled, obviously, but when you say it together and when some of the words join together, you can ultimately figure out what the phrase is. So, yeah. So, for example, we could do that one. And we'll start with that one. We'll just keep it in the background. You guys are usually pretty good about just answering them. Some of you are good and competitive, so that's good. Okay, so I'm going to get started. All right. Let me go here into my store. Like I said, these are all going to be bundles, and I'm just going to kind of grab them. Some of them do have brand names. There are a lot of actually cluster earrings from Japan and Hong Kong. There's a few name brand ones in terms of other more American name brand stuff, but yeah. All right, so maybe I'll just start with this one, and you guys can be working on that. I hope everyone's had a good day. All right. So I'm going to move this down really far, and I'm going to move him so that I can still see him while we still look at my puzzle thing to figure out in the background. Okay. All right. So these are all gold tone. Let me come down even more. These are more like just like button earrings. Very, very simple. Metal. Clip back, no brand. I did literally, as I went through the whole box tonight of all this jewelry, I cleaned every single one of them using, like Windex and the cloth. So they're all looking in pretty good condition. So we have those button earrings and then another pair of button earrings that have sort of a texture on it. And again, no brand on the back, but they look pretty clean and the wear looks good. These are just a teeny bit smaller than these. Okay. These are probably about the size of a quarter. All right. So you got those two. And these would sit on the ear like that at an angle. And so you can see they have some dimension. Hey there, Amelia. How are you? Welcome in. No brand again, just a clip back earring. Square ones, actually they would hang in your ear like a diamond. And these are probably about the size of, how are you doing? Hope you had a good Monday. About the size of a $50, maybe a little bit bigger. The very center makes me think of a craters, I don't know. But this is what's called embossed, which means that the metal, instead of like etched is like where you kind of etch into metal, embossed is where you come out towards you. That's what I consider it to be embossed. And so, so those are pretty big clip-on earrings, but the set of all four of those, I have is a $7 start, which would make them less than $2 each. And so I just started the auction now on 4 pairs of gold tone clip back vintage earrings with the $7 start. So that'd probably make them about $1, I don't know, 75 each-ish. I don't know. Let's see how good my math is. 4 times 175. Let's see here. Ooh, bam! I was right on. That was good. I am a math person, by the way. If I didn't tell you before, it was always my strength in college and high school. Math, science girl. I don't know what your favorite subjects were. You guys have any favorite subjects that you loved when you were in high school and college? Like, what would you say? Some people are just like history people. Some people are just like, artsy people. Like, what is it that just like you loved? And I was definitely more math than science, but okay. So you were a gym person. I believe that. Now, didn't you do gymnastics when you were in high school? So, like literally gymnastics, Carrie? Because I remember you talking about that, So, okay, let me grab another one. Some of these are pretty, as I was talking to some of my Zumba friends today, some of these, all I can say is wow. And here's an example of some wow earrings. I have no other words. They're not really my style, but they might be somebody's style. They're definitely quirky and vintagey, and they're all plastic. These remind me of lures, but they're little plastic dangles, clip on right there, textured. And then we've got these. No, I played on the boys' team for soccer and baseball. Did you really? I did not know that. You played on the boys' team. Did you beat them all? That's fantastic. I love that. Okay, so these are really interesting clip-on earrings. They are plastic, but they open, like those old-fashioned, kind of older version of spring ring clasps. See, isn't that neat for an earring? You don't often see that. Now, mind you, you can't really change the like how tight it is, but let me put it on my ear and see if it's unbearable. It actually is fine. And I'm shaking my head and it's not coming off. You were a bit of a jock, LOL. I know, you like to hang out with the boys. That's awesome. You would always say that, but you would consider yourself a tomboy, but I wouldn't consider you a tomboy now. And then a pair of white plastic earrings here. So let me bring that up. And no kidding, I know this is going to blow your mind. I'm a big spenders here, but yes, I'm asking a huge $2 start on these lovely, fun, vintage, playful, colorful earrings. $2 start, auction starting now. All clip back. And Val's in about it. She's all about it. The fun of vintage earrings. I love it. Yeah, that's what I remember you telling me. And I don't know what Chrissy was like in high school. Hey there, Mel, again. But yeah, that's awesome. Girl power. That's all I can say. So this is going home with Val. All right. The deal of the night. Except let me tell you, there's going to be a lot more deals like that tonight. Tonight's a deal night. Because there were some earrings in here that, let's see if they'll all fit in there. They may not. All right. Fun. Okay. Raise your hand in the chat if you haven't finished taking around down your decorations. All of our outside decorations are done. Our live tree is completely done. Everything's put away, cleaned up, taken away. All the decorations are down in my house, but they're all like sitting on the dining room table waiting for me to pack them away. So I just have not gotten to that yet. Yeah, and I'm so bad, but literally I have so much decorations, especially, I kind of collect nutcrackers. So, well, I collect a lot of them because when my mother died, all of her nutcrackers came to me. So I promise I'm not a nutcracker hoarder, but I have a lot of nutcrackers. So literally it makes for about, 7 or 8 boxes of Christmas stuff sitting in my foyer. Those go to Val. Thanks. Okay. So let me keep moving on. What else can I grab here? So let me give you a hint on this puzzle back here. You swipe up on these. That's probably going to give it away, but there you go. Okay. I'm just grabbing and not paying attention when I'm grabbing. Okay, so we have some. You're welcome. My friend all the way in Yakima, Washington. Right, Val? Isn't it you who's from Yakima? Right? I used to live in Yakima, Washington years and years ago. That'd be her. That's right. Okay. So we have these this is a whole little dangle earring grouping of stuff. So these are like acrylic, kind of dangly. And they are faceted. Some of them are actually bezel set. I don't know why some are bezel set and not others, but that's just the way that they designed it. So that's one pair of the earrings. I have another pair of faux pearl dangle earrings that are looking like that, looking very cha-cha like. Sorry, they go that direction. So they're hanging like that. Okay. And then another pair of dangle earrings here are these fun little kind of little flowers kind of on top of each other. They're looking like that. Those are fun. And then the last pair is definitely like cha-cha because they go on the ear like that. So that's how they hang. So a lot of those little acrylic beads in there have little filigree caps on them. And then these look like cat's eye, but they're just moonstone. I mean, a moon glow, which is I guess an acrylic kind of plastic kind of bead, but they are, again, I'm going to say acrylic every time because for the life of me, I can't tell the difference between acrylic. Maybe someone needs to tell me in the chat. Some super smart person in the chat needs to tell me the difference and how I can tell the difference between acrylic and what are the other plastics that jewelry is made of? The clear plastic. I'm trying to think. Lucite, isn't that the clear plastic? There we go, Val. Isn't lucite usually clear? Yes, yes, thrift through time. You got it. It is Instagram story. Good job. Excellent. So, Hinstogram story. Instagram story. You can see how you can kind of get it. All right. She gets the point for that. Good job. Good job. Pat on the back. Um, yeah, so I isn't lucite normally like clear? Isn't that right? I don't know. I don't know how to tell. Okay, so here are my cha-chas earrings. Let me find the listing. There it is. In this set of 4 cha-cha earrings, dangly earrings, it's a $6 start, and I'm starting the auction now. So yeah, I'll put 4 of them in, but I won't put both of them. Bam, 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 and bam. Aren't those cute? So 4 pair, fun, colorful, dangle, cha-cha. 2 seconds left. And thanks for taking a look. Thanks, thanks, thanks. Okay, so Mel is saying lucite is clear sometimes. Okay, this is good. That I might actually know that. Okay, let me get another one. There you go. Our little mouse friend, you see him right there? He's right there, and he's holding on to it and trying to show you the next puzzle. There you go. Okay, so I'm grabbing in the box over here. Okay, I'll do these next. There is one pair of earrings tonight that's pierced. It was in with all the rest. It's a pair of crown trifari earrings, but they look clip back, but they aren't. So where is it? Here they are. Okay. And there we are. Our next ones. Okay, I think 2 of these are signed. Okay. So they all are like cabochon. We've got these. They kind of look like a gemstone. They look like an agate, but they're acrylic. Okay. Cabochon with a really lovely kind of scalloped frame around there. These are, in fact, Avon. You can see them marked right there. Excuse my disgusting nails. You see? Oh, they get so dry in the winter. So we've got those little cute clip back earrings, oval, cabochons. And then here's another pair of Avon earrings. I looked these up and did a Google lens, and the cheapest, and you can look them up yourself. You could take a screenshot and look them up yourself. The cheapest Google search I could find for them was a $9 listing. And these are also Avon, marked right there. And we've got a little textured rope stuff going on that, kind of teardropped cabochon stone. And is that a stone? Let me see. I also think those are acrylic. But a really well-made earring in perfect condition, like hasn't lost any of its silver tone. And then these are really lovely. These are actually faceted glass, okay? And so when you put them on your ears, you're not going to see the back. You can see right through it. Where the back is back there, what you're going to see when you put them on your ears, you're going to see the color of your skin behind it, because it's just going to show like your skin color, I guess. Yeah, so those are oval facet. You can hear it, faceted glass, bezel set, clip-on earrings. So that's cute. And it is fantasy football. Thrift Through Times on it. Very good. The hint would have been when friends bet on the NFL, fantasy football. I don't do that, but my husband 100%. Fundisy food ball. Okay, let me do it. Let me see it. Fundisy food ball, which it's not going to be perfect, but it's generally what it could be when you kind of mush them together. Okay, so I am going to start the auction on those 3 cabochon earrings. They're all in excellent condition. Heavy quality. 2 of them are Avon. This one is not signed, the glass faceted ones. Thanks for your bid, Amelia. Appreciate it. I hope you got your package, your most recent one. I think it might have been delivered. I'm not sure. It's been I don't know. So it probably actually shipped on the Wednesday because I finished packing it on the Tuesday and then mailed it. I took it to the post on Wednesday. So I hope you got it. Mel too. I think Mel had some stuff mailed out this week. So I hope she got her lovely goodies. All right. Thanks, Amelia. So those are going home. Oh, let me write your name first. All I'm writing is Bumble. You're now a regular, so I know who you are. I don't need to write any more. You're officially a regular, Amelia. Okay. It's a nice one. A good set. 3 earrings. Yay, good. Yay, 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 yay. And yeah, you had some, what did you think of the craft lot? It had a lot. I actually put a couple extra things in it after I created it for you. So I hope you like. Yay, yay, yay. Oh, you're most welcome. You're most welcome. Okay. So let me grab another thing. Let me get another puzzle. Okay. There you go. Chrissy, you're my solver. I'm surprised you haven't solved one yet. The pressure's on. You're good at these. Some people just have a knack. I usually am not very good with these. Definitely, Thrift Through Time. She's rocking it. She definitely. Some people just can look at it and I don't know. They just see it. It's kind of like seeing like it's like when you're looking at a word search and it just sometimes magically appears. But Ash with Thrift Through Time is doing a great job. Oh, thank you. I try to make sure everything's, the best it can be. I do clean it, but I'll have to say, and I have only purchased one time ever from anyone outside of Lilyworks. And I only did it because I was curious. I was just curious because, we all think we're all great. We all love ourselves. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, we support each other. We all love each other within this, marketplace, in that we support each other. We, help answer questions. We, blah, blah, blah. And, I had gone in and gone to someone's show. It was late in the evening and they had like some, I don't know, $3 and $4 starts. So they weren't like crazy expensive, but I sell stuff for $3 and $4 starts. But I won't sell stuff that's like absolute whatever, unless I'm letting you know, hey, this is a craft lot, or hey, this has got some damage, or hey, this has got some wear. But even more than that, I really do make an exerted effort to clean the stuff that I send out the door. Like I sterilize, earrings, and I put new backs on them. And, because there's nothing worse, which is what happened when I did the one order from somebody outside of Lilyworks. I'll have to say it's never happened with anyone in Lilyworks. All of my purchases in Lilyworks have all been lovely. But this particular, and I'm not going to say what marketplace it was or who it was, but the stuff was just all dirty. All you had to do was take, 30 seconds and put a cloth and, some Windex and wipe some stuff down, and it would have looked amazing. And I just don't understand why people wouldn't take the 2 seconds to do that, because you have to admit, when you're purchasing, especially when you're purchasing things that are, these are resale things. And so a lot of people appreciate resale and the story behind them, but it's also nice to get it when it's clean, so I appreciate that you say that, because I do work hard at that. So, okay. So here are some more colorful clip-ons. These are fun. Let's see here. And let me say, I won't order from that, whatever the other thing that I ordered from again. I'm not, and I'm not usually out there. And there's nothing wrong with people ordering from whatever marketplace you want. So let me make sure I'm stating that too. I'm not trying to say this is the only marketplace that can have great sellers, because that's not the case. There's a lot of great sellers in other marketplaces. But the one time I happened to purchase from another marketplace, I wasn't thrilled about that. So it's just important as a reseller to do that, I think. All right, where are these earrings? I'll quit on my soapbox. Oh, I think it's these right here. Ooh, I got a pre-bid on these. Miss Val's already pre-bid on them. Nice. I sometimes order from Whatnot, and the standard of presentation is much different. So what do you mean by that? Like different in that they don't give you an experience when you like, I want people to have an experience when they open up their order. I want them to get it and be like, oh, they said hello, they wrote a personal message, they, send a gift. I don't know. I mean, sometimes I can vary the things I do, but what do you mean by it's much different? Because I've never ordered on Whatnot before. I haven't sold on Whatnot. All I've heard about Whatnot is I think people feel, I don't know. What have I heard? I guess I haven't really heard anything. I've just heard Rachel kind of talk about maybe sometimes like, or is that a different platform where she feels like she had to like put things like extraordinarily low to get any bites? I can't remember. Anyways, these first earrings, I'm going to just say acrylic again. I don't know, but they're probably about the size of small marbles each, but really pretty, unique looking ones. I haven't tested them. I have no idea if they could potentially be like, Bakelite or something. I haven't actually checked them. So, interesting. Definitely vintage. They've got some oddly satisfying is the answer. You got it, Chrissy. Oddly satisfying. Ottlies has, I can't even pronounce it right. Ottlies hadesvink. Satisfying. Yeah. Ottlies hasdesvink. It's hard because it makes it sound, this is such nonsense that it makes it sound like we're, speaking some foreign language or something. You know what I mean? Anyways, so yes, definitely vintage. The clasps work great. Definitely a brassy kind of, and then we've got these cute ones here with some little, I think, glass beads that are in between there. It's like a little cluster. And these say on the back, I think probably Hong Kong. Yes, they have a mark for Hong Kong. And they're in good condition. Sometimes you can get some of these cluster earrings and they're kind of loose and not staying tight, but these are really tight. They're in good condition. Then we have here some button kind of faux, textured pearl clip back earrings. No brand. They look so much better than they did when they arrived because, like I said, I went through and I cleaned everything. There is definitely something, as Chrissy said, oddly satisfying about cleaning stuff. It's satisfying to clean them and see them at their best. Here's another pair of kind of a cluster sort of earring. This, again, is all kind of acrylic or plastic or whatever. And then, again, the mark back there says Hong Kong. Okay. So again, those are probably about the size of a quarter as well. So those are the 4 pairs, and it had a $7 start, and I'm starting the auction now. Val is in for $7 on those 4 fun vintage clip-back earrings. And we've got 10 seconds left. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, I'll put that one up there. All right, congrats, Val. I'm going to get those packed up, and they are heading to you. Woohoo! Fun. So, are your ears pierced also, Val, or do you just wear clip-ons? I'm sure you've answered this question for me before, because I know you've ordered some fabulous jewelry for me, so I'm sure you have a great collection of clip-on earrings over the time I know that you've come to my shows. Those are great earrings. You will enjoy them. Headed your way. Pierced as well. Very good. You can do both. Awesome. 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 Okay. So there's that next one. My little mouse friend is holding onto it with his hand. There we go. Okay. Let's see what else I can grab. All right. All right, so Amelia said, I've received orders with everything thrown together in one bag, very tarnished, Gunky with odor. Oh, I've also received well put together, thoughtfully packaged items from there, but I don't think that's the standard. Okay. Yeah, that's hey there, Amy. Welcome in. Nice to see you. Yeah, that's a bummer. It doesn't take long to do that. And just to, and it just makes the experience for the buyer so much better. Sometimes what they're buying is broken or damaged because maybe they're getting a craft lot, or maybe sometimes what they're buying shows wear, but I like to say it and let them know. Like, I know, like, there are sellers that are, regulars that come to my shows that actually kind of like the wear that some, vintage jewelry can show. So, it's not like it's just easy to clean. That's all. Just wipe it down, We don't have to spend hours. But anyways, these are all interesting. They're all the same size. They all seem to be the similar type earring. And they're all these like huggy earrings that are textured, but they're bigger than, sometimes huggy earrings are much smaller. These, literally are like the size of, I don't know, this is probably 1.25 inches across. That was a good guess. Yeah, so I just put them together. So they are still clip back, if that's what you would consider that. We have a pair of silver tone. It's sort of got a geometric pattern there. You see it? Okay. And then I have a gold tone set here that has a kind of floral etched pattern. Okay. And then I have a pair of silver tone, and again, kind of matte. And this is a hammered texture. Okay. So 3 of those earrings, all a little bit different. And yeah, so let me pull that up. And I will have to say, sometimes as I've gotten to know my buyers, sometimes I throw things in there that are like specific to them. It's just a little surprise. Like, I mean, I usually put a little extra something in there for everybody, but I like, sometimes with Felicia, she's always talking about how much she loves seed beads. So I'll send her funny little seed bead necklaces that are, she can put around her house. I don't know. It's funny. All right, so this is the set of 3 textured metal huggy hoop earrings, and it's a $5 start, and the auction starts now. And again, those are the 3 textures that you're getting for this. So they're less, they're less than $2 each. They're in great condition. And yeah, definitely a cool way to have an earring. I guess it's still considered a huggy because I'm pretty sure that's how huggies go on, is like that. So thanks for your bid, Val. Those are fun. I like that they're kind of all similar. They obviously came from the same, style or whatever. Okay, cool beans. That is going with Val. Yay. There you go. Fun earrings. Hey, Val, did you live in Washington, in Yakima, Washington? Did we discover if we both lived? I know there was a portion of time that we both lived there when I was a child. I think we talked about this, but I was curious if you were there when Mount St. Helens erupted, because I was there. We had a whole entire day of blackness. It was a Sunday. I remember it. I was coming from church with some friends that I would go with, and I remember driving home from church, and it was like pitch dark at the middle of the day. And I think everyone had to rush home. The schools closed, obviously. Yakima, Washington is what I'm talking about. And for several days we had to wear like masks if we went outside, because they didn't know what breathing and all that stuff would do. But that was a pretty famous, volcano explosion, Let's see what else I can grab here. So let me see if I can get you a hint on this one. A feature to change how you look. A feature to change how you look. And let me be more specific. On social media. That will really give it away. That'll really get you going. Okay, what am I grabbing next? Let me do one of my single earrings. How about... Okay, let me grab one of my single earrings. We'll do these. All right, so these beauties, they are not, they have no brand on them. They're unsigned. Gold tone Snapchat filter is it. She's on it. Hey, did you guys know here in the next, I don't know, couple days or a week or so that, and I don't do TikTok, but like TikTok, I think the app is getting like removed, like, which is, wow. I don't know. I'd never heard of an entire social media app removed, but anyways, that's interesting. Not that I really have an opinion either way about it because I don't do it. I don't do Snapchat, but it's just interesting. TikTok, not Snapchat, TikTok. TikTok is the one that I think is being removed. Oh, this will be the easiest one ever. You'll get it in 2 seconds. I'm just telling you, literally. But before I'm done showing this, you'll already have it. Okay, so these beauties, gold tone, they are prong set. And so you have prong set. It is iced coffee. You got it. Good job. Good job. It is prong set rhinestones as well as prong set, kind of pieces of glass. That these pieces are glass as well. Okay. Yeah, so that's what they're looking like. And let me pull these up. See if I can find them. They're right here. Now, when I went on, I did find an exact comp for these. So I just wanted to show them to you, if that's okay. They're not branded, but there was a pair of them listed. Yeah, and this is the one comp I found. Vintage rhinestone pinwheel adjustable. Oh, that says it's a ring. Okay, so what I found was a ring, but what I have here is earrings. So I guess you could actually go and get yourself a demi-parure if you wanted to. But the ring, which was only half of this, because the ring would only be one of these, was $26. So I have a $9 start on them. They are quality and beautiful. This is what the back is looking like. Okay, they're in great condition. And so I'm going to start the auction now on those earrings. Lovely, lovely, lovely. We've got 8 seconds left on the pinwheel earrings, and Mel appreciates them. She has such great taste in earrings. She's always buying lovely rhinestone earrings. That's awesome. Thanks for the bid, Mel. You're going to love them for sure. And so Mel said the Supreme Court has the final decision if it will be removed. Right. So maybe it's supposed to come up in the Supreme Court decision soon or something. Okay, so those are heading to Mel. Thank you so much. Let me find a baggie for you. I'm just writing Granny. That's all you get, Mel. I'm not writing your whole username. Okay. I know you do. You have great taste, and I hope you have lots of fun occasion and places to go. It was funny when I asked you about you wearing a lot of your jewelry the other day, you had said something like, well, I have to be careful not to injure my cat, and I didn't know what you meant. And I guess your cat sometimes can get scratched on your jewelry. These are probably pretty safe. They couldn't get scratched on that, right? Would he just like come up and rub on you, and that's how he scratches himself? Okay. Gosh, I can't believe you'll probably get this fast too. I can't believe that those California fires are still going. It's craziness. Crazy, crazy. All right. So let me do, I'm going to do this little scrap lot. It's a, it's got pairs of earrings, but they are damaged and like very, very, very worn. And then it also has some of my single earrings. Okay, so let me just briefly show you what's in this little scrap lot. I literally am going to have a $2 start on it. Okay. So, you know, like these are like the back is falling off and this is all rubbed off. So I don't know what you would do with that. These are actually pretty decent, but look, that part is sort of cracked off, which is unfortunate, but those do say Japan on them. So I don't know, maybe someone could somehow paint that. I don't know. And then I have a second pair of Japan earrings in here. But unfortunately, someone just needs to get a wire and rewire them to it, and then they'll look great. They just have to literally do what this one has. But those are also Japan, I think. Hold on. Ramen noodles is it? You got it. Yes, Japan. Good job, Mel. You're on it. So it looks like both of them are popping off. Like, yeah, I don't really know what's going on with that. All right. Here's another pair that just shows some wear. You know, they're just in there. This pair actually looks pretty decent. This looks like it's metal, but it's not. It's like an acrylic that's got like a metal paint on it. But this back, you just have to glue it back on. It just came off one of them. But that's the only thing wrong with that one. But I put it in there. There are a few random rhinestones that you see here that they were just in the box, so I just stuck them in there. These right here, I think all this needs is a jump ring to connect that to that. Or you may not even need a jump ring. I might even just be able to put it on there for you. Myself. Okay. Okay, well, there you go. I fixed that one. Now, this hasn't been cleaned because I didn't clean the scrap lot, but I'm sure you could. So anyways, I fixed that one. This one, yeah, what was it doing? It was doing something weird that I couldn't figure out. Oh, one of the backs wasn't tight. That was it. So you could change them and put them on a different pair of earrings. So there's those. And then I think the rest is single earrings. Single earring, single earring. These are acrylic and this one says Western Germany. And this one has no brand on it, but little cluster earrings, singles. We have a, like cloisonne single earring there. We have a little textured single earring hoop. You see that there. Little faux pearl, little black acrylic. We have a couple rhinestone earrings in here. Cup link kind of thing. So you got that. We've got this one dangle earring with like blue links. I don't know. And then one little extra earring there. So anyways, all of that was going to be a $2 start for any takers. And let me bring that to stage. And I'm starting the auction now. Ramen noodles. That is it. Ramen noodles. That's exactly right. You got it. Ramen noodles. Let's see if I can find another one. We got 7 seconds left. Mel's in for $2. She's so creative about the stuff she makes. I'm sure she'll find some goodies in there that she can use. So that's going with Mel. I'm actually going to keep it in this bag. This is a brand new bag because it's bigger. So thanks to Mel. Okay. All right. We got to make sure those 2 little rhinestones get in there. You never know what they might be needed for. Okay. All right, there we go. Let me find another card. I don't know. You might get that. Okay, there you go. Let's see here. Okay, let's do these silver tone ones. I kind of group them together in somewhat coordinated groups, meaning, like obviously these were all fun and acrylic and big, and, these all kind of had those natural peachy color. I just somewhat tried to, these all look the same in the style of them. So, yeah. So these are all silver tone. These are not signed. But it's a lovely, see if I see it there, textured double leaf clip back earring there. So there's those. They look great. And then these are heavier, to be honest, like heavy. They're nice. I do not see a brand on them. I mean, like, look, it's even got like this rivet back here, which is how it holds on the clip back earring. Like they're solidly made, really well made. So there's those hoops. They're kind of wider hoops. It's probably about a 1/2 inch, I'm guessing. Let's see here. A little bit shorter, maybe 1/3 inch, okay? And then I have these vintage cluster earrings here. AB rhinestone. And what they do is they take like a wire and they sew through all of these. And that's the way. So sometimes these earrings will start to come up off of these things. Harry Styles is it. Val, looking for the modern topics. Good job. Excellent. And so, sometimes they'll, start to come up, but these are looking good. So those 3 sets of earrings, I'm going to put one each in my hand while we look, or while I do the auction. So it actually goes like that, and like that. That's how they sit in the ear. So those are the 3 earrings. And yep, I have a $5 start on the 3 earrings, which is a great deal because that makes them less than $2 each, which is a great deal. So I'm starting the auction now. And Val's in. And we've got about 10 seconds left. There's a little bit of texture on those leaves. And then this just is just shiny, matte, and sparkly other ones. So looks like those are going with Val. Excelente. Okay. You see, you can tell they're like wired on there because you can sort of move them, but they just don't come down. Okay. Let me get a baggie for her. Thank you so much, Val. Okay, so those are heading your way. Thanks so much. All right, let me get another card. Oh my God, you will get this in like 5 seconds. There is no question. It will happen so fast. It's now like a race. I know you'll get it quick. People are typing, I bet, as we speak. Okay. Let me grab something else here. Let's get this a whole batch of white acrylic earrings. These are very vintagey, very not my style. Let me pull them up. Big spender here. This is $1.50 start for these 4 earrings. I think I can't list things for any lower than $1. I think there's like a limit to how low. But anyway, so you've got these sort of geometric clip back earrings there. Or actually, they go this way. They're plastic. Okay, so those are the first ones. And then we've got another pair. These are very similar to the other white ones that I had shown earlier. Just little acrylic hoops. These acrylic hoops have High School Musical's It, Val, you're on it. These have they might say Hong Kong on it. Yes, these say Hong Kong gold tone. And so the little hoops they're plastic, but they have like a little kind of, I think it's actually a wire as I look at it that's looped around. So that's interesting. I didn't look for a brand on these, but it might have one. Let me look. Okay, no brand on those. No brand on those. And these, no brand. These are definitely geometric. They have a little bit of color. When I was cleaning them, I did my best to try to I couldn't get that off. So just beware, just so you know. But they go on the ear. Yeah, they go on the ear like that. So you'd want it to be able to come off. So maybe you could you could use all these white earrings for? What a great art project. You could take old rhinestones and put rhinestones all over it and make some fun earring. Because when you get them for $1.50, which means they're about 37.5 cents each, you can use them for craft, I suppose. But anyways, I'm starting the auction now on the 4 white toned-ish clip back earrings. High School Musical. Just tonight, earlier when I was pricing all my stuff downstairs, I was sitting downstairs and I had turned on, I think I was on Amazon Prime, and it had Glee like concert on, which I was so there. I didn't realize there were such Glee fans of all ages that had gone to this concert, and it was a really fun one to watch. That's the back. Okay, so if it clips, it would face this way, right? Because this comes to the back of your ear. So people would be facing this, because this would clip onto the back of your ear. I hope I wasn't saying that in a confusing way. But okay, so let me grab another one of these single earrings. They're lovely ones. Let's see what I want to grab out of here. Oh, let's do these one pair of pierced. They were still in this. Can you believe I got all these earrings? I'm still going all these earrings in this one jewelry box. So these are actually crown trifari, and they are a textured dangle. Let's see, get the dangle to hang properly. There we go. They're hanging like, hold on, I got to get it to hang right. I guess officially, I don't know, you could wear it on the smooth side, and maybe it's supposed to have the textured side on the back. That seems crazy. Or maybe it's supposed to flip around. I'm not sure. What is the fire situation in California there? Is it still live? I'm not sure. I don't know where you're coming from on if you're from out of the country, if you're from another country over on YouTube. But all I know is they're still going. Now, I live in Pittsburgh on the East Coast, but I know I definitely have people that live out on the West Coast. I know Val would probably know an update on those. Yeah, so it's interesting because they hang like that, but wouldn't you think they would hang to show the textured side? Maybe that's just what you're supposed to see on the back. So anyways, they look like clip back, but you see they're pierced. These are in fact marked right there with crown trifari, right there on the back, and they're in like perfect condition. Yeah. So I think I took a picture of them with the texture side sewing, but I think it actually hangs like that, is what I think. As far as I know, they haven't been able to put them. I think they have more control over them, where they, but it's just so devastating. I just can't. It's just terrible. Um, and I don't know anyone else's opinion, but have you guys seen in the news that there have been some concerns that these fires or some of these fires were potentially started by, arsonists? I'm sure some of the fires started because you had embers and, like things flying through the air that maybe it was so windy, it flew so far that maybe it started a fire somewhere else. I don't know. That could have been a reason why the other one started. But I don't know. I had seen some stuff about potential that there might have been, which is just so sickening. So anyways, I'm going to bring these up in auction. When I go and I search similar ones to this, obviously, Crown Trafari, you're looking at $25, $30 for listed earrings. Let me see if I did take a picture of something. I'm not sure that I did. I don't think I did. But, the Crown Trafari is definitely list-wise, a good, solid, sellable brand. Let's see here. I think I had a $7 start on them. I just have to find them. Oh, here they are. You see, and when I took a picture of showing the texture side, but I really think they're just supposed to be the shiny side. I am seeing live that the winds have made all the attempts go in vain, and it has started all over the place again, especially due to some gas station combustion burning in the area. Interesting. Possibly. Just trying to get it contained. So a $6 start on these Crown Trafari. I'm starting the auction now for any takers on that. And again, these are pierced earrings, not clip-on. They look like clip-on, but they are in fact pierced. So aren't those interesting? It's almost like they're still vintage earrings and they wanted to make them look like clip-on earrings. I don't know. It's very interesting. But those are going home with Val. Thanks so much, Val. Okay. Let me get a baggie for you. Okay. Again, as you know, I do progressive shipping. Everyone knows that. And, usually when I do my shows on Friday, I hold on to shipping those things until after my shows on Monday so that you guys can benefit from the whole progressive shipping. So these items, most jewelry items for me are a $4.50 start first item, and then 50 cents after. Now, if it's a heavier item, I up it a little bit, and then I do I do when I have overages in my shipping expenses that are over like $1, I will refund them. So it's now burning down celebrities' homes. I know lots of celebrities that have definitely lost their homes. And, I also heard there's a lot of people that in the last fires, I think that happened, was it 2022 in California? That specifically there's a brand insurance that was like not redoing people's insurance. They weren't like giving them another contract for it. So there are some people who didn't actually have fire insurance, which is crazy because talk about devastation, right? Okay, here's one. You can work on that one. Whoops. Trying to let it sit there where you can see it. Okay. Okay. So this is going to be a quick night because I'm just doing these earrings. So it won't be forever long. Okay. I think I'm going to do all these little clustered earrings. So here's a little batch of fun vintage cluster earrings. I think some of them are definitely signed. They're all faux pearls that are acrylic or faceted beads that are acrylic. And then these have some of those beads that is, I can't tell. Hold on, let me see what. No, these are just all faux pearls and faux white beads or whatever. Okay, so here's the back of these. They definitely have some rusting going on, but I love the filigree back for sure. Looking like that, but definitely I did clean these and it's still showing, you know, I can probably put some, usually when I get some vinegar on it, I can usually get off uh, some of that verdigris. I'm not quite even sure if that is verdigris or just, you know, darkening from just age, but they're from the front, they look great. They just have a little bit of age on the back, and they are marked Japan. Okay, so there's a pair of Japan. Olive Garden. Carrie's got it. Good job. Olive Carton. There you go. Perfect. I like the Olive Garden. I love their good job, Frog. That's what she says. I love their all you can eat, when you do the all you can eat salad and breadsticks. Oh, so good. Okay, here's another. These are in excellent condition. Also marked Japan with a beautiful filigree backing there. Okay, and so yeah, in great condition. Some faux pearl, kind of a mint green Japan earring, cluster earring. So those are looking great. And then this pair, let's see if it's marked. It says Hong Kong. They've got a little bit of filigree elements there, caps on the end of those beads. Now, one of these beads, I don't know if that was painted and that's a scrape, or if this has that on top of the paint. I'm not sure. I did clean it and it didn't come off, but I didn't want to rub it too much because except for that one spot, everything else about the earring looks perfect. So I'm really, you could probably find some fingernail polish that's the same color and go over that and they would look, you know, perfect. But they're in great condition otherwise. Just wanted to let you know. And then this faceted, you know, plastic acrylic little beads there. These also say Hong Kong. So 2 Japan and 2 Hong Kong earrings. I know you can't tell. I did wipe that, but it does show some wear on the back side. But the front looks fine. These are just little kind of textured spacer beads that are in there. And again, like I said, a lot of times these are like wired together. You can see the wires there. So those are the 4 earrings, 2 Japan, 2 Hong Kong. There you go. And let me find the listing for that one. I have an $8 start on that, which makes them $2 each, which is great because they're all signed, brand name. And there you go. The auction has started now on the 4 pairs of clip back earrings. Okay. Let's see what else I can do. Okay, here's a good one. 3 seconds left. And there's your next puzzle. Okay, thank you so much for looking at those. Okay, I think I'm going to do another pair of these individual earrings. Maybe I'll go for the Schiaparellis. No lie, I found a pair of Schiaparelli earrings in the antique store jewelry box that I bought. Can you believe it? And, you know, I don't know a lot about Schiaparelli, but I do know that they're highly valuable. One of the original, you know, very well-known you know, like costume jewelry designers. I am going to pull out my costume jewelry thing and we can read about Schiaparelli. Because I know nothing about Schiaparelli, I thought we'd take a moment. This is the only pair I have. And you know, learn a little bit about it because I don't know anything. When I go up and look at, I couldn't find these exact earrings. This is what the back looks like. And it is signed Schiaparelli right there. It might be hard for you to see it, but it does say it there. And it shows a little bit of wear on the back side of here, but no one sees that part. They're only seeing the front, and the front looks perfect. Those textured cabochons are glass, and they have like a texture on them, as you see, as well as some sort of copper things throughout that are part of, I guess, when the glass was blown. Those rhinestones that are there are all prong set, kind of amber colored rhinestones. Yep, they're all prong set. They have like, yep. And when I look at comps for Schiaparelli, oh my God, I mean, we're talking, I can't even find anything under $100. A lot of things are $200 and $300. So clearly people see a lot of value in Schiaparelli. Jewelry, obviously it's a vintage jewelry. Hold on, I just want to type in. So generally, when I search Schiaparelli earrings, hold on, I'll search Schiaparelli clip-back earrings, clip-on. Just generally, which means if we're looking at clip-on earrings, we're mostly going to be looking at, vintage earrings, okay? And so let's just scroll through. I couldn't even find the exact earrings. Now, there can be some different sizes, but again, I have not seen a single thing under $100 yet. Okay, there's a pair for $90. $198 for literally faux pearl earrings, $475. Isn't that crazy? I mean, maybe it's not. I'm sure it's highly worth it because it's Schiaparelli, but we're going to read about them here in a second. Really, wow. Wow. That's all I can say. There's definitely some really unique ones too. Anyways, so I know nothing about Schiaparelli. I know that they came in this thing, and I know that they're valuable, but I'm not going to make them unaffordable for someone who might potentially be interested in owning a pair of Schiaparelli. I don't own Schiaparelli, but so I made them under $100. I actually have a starting bid of $55, which I think is really, really fair. More than half of any close listings of anything. Again, those center cabochons are prong set, they're bezel set, and all those kind of, you can see them there. Got some filigree elements there, lots of dimension. Again, all those amber colored rhinestones are prong set. And those are glass, and the actual glass has little copper kind of lines in it, and they are, I don't know, quality, whatever. So anyways, I don't know how many of you own Schiaparelli, but the auction is running for a $55 start on the only Schiaparelli earrings I've ever held in my hands. I'm sure some people are collectors out there. And so what's going to happen with these is they're going to go straight up on eBay. I thought I'd bring them to you first, but I will put them up on eBay after tonight. So anyways, that was fun looking at them. And so what I thought we could do is I'm going to actually put this back in these. Actually, I'm going to put them in their separate bag because I'm going to list those. Hold on one second. I thought real quick we'd take a brief little break, and we can look in my fun costume jewelry book here that I got from Felicia, and we can look under the section for Schiaparelli. Hold on one second. So when I look here, this is the book I'm looking at. You've seen me show this book before. It's a great book on costume jewelry. And I'm going to open here I'm going to just bring the phone over to my hand because it's harder to show it there. So just bear with me for a second here. I'm taking a little field trip. But anyway, so when we look here on the designer profiles, you can see all these fancy brands, and Schiaparelli is one of the fancy brands. Now, there are a ton of other jewelry brands in this book. This is a fantastic book. Look, it goes on and on and on. This book has amazing pictures, blah, 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 blah. But Schiaparelli's up there with all the fancy ones, Miriam Haskell and, Hagler and Vendome and, Christian Dior, like all these fancy, Hattie Carnegie. Okay, so let's go to page 108 and let's just learn a little bit about Schiaparelli, because I don't know about Schiaparelli, but there's only 2 pages on him. The other day when I did a whole thing on where my whole thing was Trifari, there was like 8 pages or 10 pages for Trifari. So I thought maybe we could just take a look here. So she lived until 1973. Wow. So she was about, about 80, born in 1890. So she was probably about 83, maybe, because she would have been 100, I guess. I don't know. Okay. So I guess she did her stuff in New York and Paris. She has design jewelry. Paris, created in America. Okay, Eliza Schiaparelli dies in 1973. But real quick, we're just going to read this part. In pushing costume jewelry to the cutting edge of fashion, flamboyant, I'm not going to pronounce this right. Okay, someone has to help me pronounce this. Kosher? No, that's not right. It's a French word, right? Couture. Eliza Schiaparelli created a legacy of surrealist-inspired designs that shocked critics in the 1930s. Hey there, Marissa. We're learning about Schiaparelli because I had one pair of Schiaparelli earrings that showed up in like a little teeny jewelry box that I bought with all the earrings in it. And so I didn't know anything about Schiaparelli, so we thought we'd take a moment just to learn. And then she became became fashion statements and still receive much admiration today. Okay. And so here is some of her designs. Forms of nature. Shocking pink. I read about that in her timeline. It says Elsa Schiaparelli's dramatic injection of shocking pink at a time when a black cocktail dress was still de rigueur. That's French. I don't know. I'm gonna butcher it. Was entirely in keeping with the artistic principles of her Dadaist and surrealist social set. The rapturous reception given to what rapidly became her signature color ensured its translation into the exotic stones used in many pieces of her jewelry, such as this necklace, and also into the hugely successful shocking perfume and range of cosmetics. I did not know she did all that. As the accompanying advertisement implies, this was Schiaparelli wearing her surrealist heart on her sleeve. And so here's some jewelry here. And what they say about it is this is lava rock necklace with staggered rows of shocking pink lava stones suspended from a rhinestone studded collar. And there you can see the value, or at least the value when this book was made, probably within the last 10 years. Surrealist style advertisement from Vogue in November 1938, promoting Schiaparelli's shocking range of cosmetics. The torso was purportedly inspired by the actress Mae West. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole thing, I promise. Okay, and so here's some more of her jewelry. Okay. And there's one page here, but I thought we could look at this other Schiaparelli when we take a break here, when I do another one of the single earrings. I don't have any more Schiaparelli stuff, but sometimes it's neat to learn about the things we don't know about, right? Okay, so I don't know if anyone solved this puzzle yet. Doesn't look like it yet. So I will give you a clue. It's an eco-friendly thing to do or use, shall I say. An eco-friendly thing to use. And I'm going to grab more earrings here. Anyone who pops in the show is welcome to take a look at the store for any auctions that have already run. I'm happy to rerun anything if you guys just reach out and ask. So here's some colorful acrylic clip back earrings. Again, like I told you, I try to really put together, similar type things. And yeah, these are lots of fun. So we have here, this is like a faceted, but just plastic earring, and it does not have a brand on it that I can see. Okay, but that earring is looking like that. It's probably about the size of a quarter once you include those prongs around the outside. So pretty significant and domed, like significant earrings. So in kind of like a salmon color, salmon. And then I have a pair of these larger, these are about the size of a $50. These are metal. I don't know. They sound acrylic, don't they? Maybe they're some type of acrylic. I can't really tell. I guess it's an acrylic. I don't know. It's louder. That's all I know. Sorry for dropping them. The front of them look perfect. No scratches. They look really great. I cleaned them up, like I said. The back of one of them has like some scratches on the back of the surface of, gosh, why can't I hold on to these things? I could not wipe it clean as much as I tried. But again, you don't see it. This is what you see on the front. Okay. So those are colorful, nice purple. My NYU mother and me would appreciate those. I just don't wear clip back earrings. They always hurt my ears. I don't know how people can wear them. They just hurt. Maybe some people their ears get used to them. These make me think of bananas. That's all I can say, especially because it shows a little bit of like dimension there and texture, kind of like a banana would show. But there's no brand on these. Yeah, and they're just hoops. Again, an acrylic hoop, very colorful. So you got those. And then these are fun. These are almost like meant to look like a crackled glass, but they are acrylic. But you can see it's got like that sort of kind of imprint or whatever in the acrylic. These say Hong Kong on the back. They're just like button earrings, okay? About the size of a nickel. The front of them look great. And then this last pair kind of is also acrylic. Cobichon. I did clean them, just so you know. I did make the effort to clean them. Some of that stuff just, I can't necessarily get off. It's the back. Also says Hong Kong. Okay. So those are the 5 colorful earrings. I think there's a really good price on these. Oh, there you go. $7 for 5 earrings. Let me see what that works out to each. Maybe $1.25 each-ish, $1.33. I don't know. Let me type it into my little calculator. 5 divided by 7. Oh, I'm sorry. What am I saying? $1.33. No, they're less than $1. There's 71. 5 clear. 5 divided by 7. There's 71 cents each. So if you're looking for some fun clip-on earrings, there you go. Auction running now on those things. And this one is, if you want to be environmentally friendly, you would use these. especially if you had a restaurant. That's a huge clue. Huge clue that might help solve. And thanks for looking at those. I thought those, I liked all the colors of that one. I liked just the brightness of them. Okay, so let's see what else I can do here. Okay, I think I may do another. I'm going to wait on a pair of single earrings. Let me do these. Okay, so these are definitely vintage for sure. All three of them are, well, one of them maybe is vintage, but not as much as the others. Okay, so let me bring this to stage first. Okay, so I'm not sure. This is like a filigree kind of brassy. It's got all these little dangles on them. None of the dangles are missing. So that's the front row of dangles. Then there's a back row of dangles. And so that's how the clip back earring opens and closes. So I'm asking you, does the clip back earring go on the front of the ear like that, where this is on the back of the ear? Or do you think the clip back earring goes like that? Probably not. That side's not pretty. So I bet you it goes on the ear like that, and then you sort of see that come out from behind the ear. So obviously there are the both of them. Definitely vintage. Not missing any of those little dangles. Okay. And then we have a pair of milk glass. They're definitely glass, as you hear. And then on the back of the twist, the screw back earring, it says Japan. Okay. And so it's kind of got a stud hanging with a teardrop dangle there. I did clean them. It does have a little bit of verdigris going on there. So if anyone buys these, I will definitely get out some, vinegar, because that a lot of times can help get off that verdigris. You don't want to put any jewelry, you don't want to store any jewelry for 2 seconds for them to, an hour for them to be in a bag with the others, it'll be fine. But generally, when you have verdigris on stuff, you want to try to clean it off, but not store it dirty with other jewelry because it can spread. So these are cute little, the way that they go in the ear, it's like these little hearts. And, that's from the side. That's what that kind of looks like, a heart. I don't know. Maybe it's not meant to be a heart. But it just has these little gold tone dangles that dangle down. I don't know why the metal part on that one's a little longer than that one. It's strange. Like if it was me, I would just nip it off because it's not like, if you look really close, it's not like it's a pin that's coming out. It just is a piece of metal. So anyways, so for all three of those earrings, so you've got the heart-ish screwback dangle there. Let's see if I can hang it right. And then we've got the Japan milk glass dangle. And then we have, I don't know where these are from, but they're definitely interesting, that clip back vintage earring. And it's a $4 start for all three sets of earrings. For anyone interested in that. We've got 10 seconds left. And Mel's in for $4 and 5 seconds left. So they're fun earrings. I like the milk glass ones. I just love, to be honest, and those are going home with Mel. I love the, I don't know, I just love the sound. Anyways, so lovely set there that Mel got for a great price. And those are going home with her. So the clue, I'm going to read their clue. Let me just say eco-friendly drinking, if that'll help. Friendly eco drinking. Or I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Eco-friendly drinking. eco-friendly drinking. Okay. There you go. Going home with Mel. Okay. I think I'm going to do another one of these single earrings. I've got some fancier ones here. Oh, I got two different earrings. Hold on. Okay. Yes. Good job, Val. That's exactly right. Reusable straw is correct. You see, I wouldn't pronounce that E, but AY can be pronounced as E. And let me think about an example of when in a word it would say that. Because to me, AY would normally say A because it's a vowel team. I'm a reading teacher. So, but even if you pronounce it as an A, reusel, pulls, draw, you can sort of get it. You guys are good because these are hard to me. If I was solving them myself, I would struggle. I'm just saying. So you need to give yourself a pat on the back. Very, very nice. Okay. So these next earrings are these. I think I found a comp for them. Let me see on my phone. Yeah. No, no, not those. No, I didn't. Okay. So, yeah, so these are gold tone. I don't know what the screw back part is, except, you know what the screw back does on this? It doesn't actually bring it closer, but it makes it tighter. So when I've never seen one like that, where usually the screw back is moving a thing that's winding and going closer. But in this case, this is sort of loose right now. But when I wind this tighter, so you can like fix the tightness on your ear, it's harder to move it out. That is so interesting. Wow, I've never seen one like that. So they would go on the ear like, it would sit on the ear like this. Okay. I can sit them in. And if I bring them nice and close, you can see there's some amber colored kind of baguette rhinestones in there. And they kind of make little flowers. So I can't turn it that's the way it goes in the ear. Okay. So they're cute little earrings. And it's a $6 start on that. And I'm going to start the auction now. I'm going to hold just one up because it's much easier to show you one than both of them. And it's got 10 seconds left. Lots of baguettes and kind of texture. Kind of almost looks like bamboo on the outside of that gold tone. Okay, thank you for taking a look at that. Okay, I'm going to put them back in here. Let me see if I can find another card for you. You can work on that one. Okay. So real quick, though, I am going to bring back this book, and I wanted to look at Schiaparelli, the more examples of some of the jewelry that she designed and made. Obviously, it looks like most of her rhinestones were prong set, as you see there. But I don't know why some of these don't have a value on it, because most of the others will show values. Sorry, because it was over on this side. So it looks like for that Peruer set, it had earring, bracelet, and necklace. A current value, we're looking at, almost $2,000. Some other Peruer sets. Yeah, so she was a lovely designer. To be honest, I think this is my favorite. I just love natural tones. And I don't know when they started. I bet that's someone look it up on your phone. When were AB or Aurora Borealis coating used on crystals. Like, I know it's been a while. It's definitely into the vintage. It's probably 75 years old, but I'm just curious when they first started to do that on crystals, because that really definitely changed a lot of jewelry by the time um, it just made them look very sparkly. I'm just showing you this jewelry that's Schiaparelli. But look at that value. Wow. I don't know a lot about Schiaparelli, but pretty fancy. You know what I'm dying to want to see? 1956. Thank you. Okay, so I knew it was about 75 years. I don't know if that's what I said, but I was thinking in my brain maybe 70 years ago. Now, this is the brand jewelry that I have some Hattie Carnegie. I've had a few of her items. I have some Hobey. I definitely have Kenneth J. Lane. I definitely have Listener. Definitely Coro and Coro Craft and Weiss and Vendome and Trifari. I may have had Stanley Hagler, I think, is the one I wish that I could find, because his stuff is amazing. Miriam Haskell, Marcel Boucher, obviously a French name, but I think it's the Stanley Hagler that his stuff is like made with like little miniature detail. I mean, come on, like, wow. Look at the attention to detail. So I would die to find any of his things out in the real world. Just wow. I mean, look at the details of this. And I'm actually surprised the value is sometimes not even more on some of them. But anyways, oh, I just have to keep going here. These are all Hagler. All, like, that's glass. The little pieces of fruit. Murano glass. Unbelievable. I would die. Have any of you come across Stanley Hagler jewelry out in the real world? Like when you've done your thrifting or you're, going to, get all your things for your inventory. As many of you would say, you're sourcing, which is another word for going thrifting. But wow. You've never heard of him. Oh my God. I know that I went and watched one of Felicia's shows where she would talk. She talked about a lot of these designers, and she had a night where she spent a great deal of time talking about Stanley Hagler. And I think she has some pieces, but I would die. I would die to find some of his stuff. What is that? April, a Morning Star says, what book is that? Oh, I'm sorry. It's a fantastic book that I actually purchased from another one of our jewelry resellers here in the Lilyworks community. And it's awesome because when she said she had a couple copies of it, and she had said, this is my favorite book because she loves the pictures and she loves the way that it's organized. So I would have to agree. If there was a book, I could not have bought a better first book on costume jewelry. Mind you, over here, I have a ton of books on gems because obviously, oh, I got to go lower. I definitely have a lot of stuff about that, but I didn't have necessarily stuff about costume jewelry. And so this was a great first book to buy. And her big thing was, you're going to love the pictures. There's Hagler again right there at the front. Isn't that stunning? But that's this book. And again, it covers a lot. You guys could screenshot that if you wanted to be able to see what designers are covered in this book. And then here. But the book has got incredible pictures of all of these costume jewelry designers. Just unbelievable. And I just the other day did a show on just Trifari, and this book has probably 10 pages on Trifari specifically. And, a lot of the pieces that I don't necessarily, I never run across, because all the beautiful Trifari stuff, people have already scooped up. You're not often going to find it in the middle of, the local thrift store. But a lot of the pieces, these are all Trifari pieces, like page after page after page. I'm pretty sure this is Trifari, yes. But of course, Alfred Felipe was the chief designer, and so he had some beautiful designs that were just so creative. I really, really loved. Like, I never would have thought of this kind of stuff as being Trifari. Look at all those beautiful bugs. So that's why I love this book, because look at this fun one. It's a little scatter pin set with the four, like the baby coming out of the egg, the baby egg. It's the crown brooch I have in that book. Okay, so that's a great question. So when you showed the crown brooch in your show the other day, I did mention, hey, we talked about Trifari the other night, and I showed some crowns in there. And then can you do me a favor right now? Will you send me on in our messaging in district a picture of your I don't think you already have, of the crown one you have, because here are the crown ones they showed, but that wasn't I'm sure they made other crowns, but they were known, or at least the Felipe guy was known for designing those crowns, because there was a whole section here about crown stuff. Here we go. Notable among many are the much sought after 1940s crown pins and lucite jelly bellies. And so it was fun. Actually, that night there was a pair of earrings I was selling from the Jewels of India in my stuff. And it talked about it in this book, and I had no idea it was going to talk about it. We went over lots of pages in this book that night. But this was the little section on crowned pins. And the other day in your show, you had shown yours, and I believe yours was Trifari, and you might have even mentioned designed by Alfred Felipe, but I didn't know if it was that exact one. I think it looked a little different. From the late 1930s to the 1950s, Trifari astutely produced a series of crown pins to coincide with a string of hugely popular romantic historical movies that fired public interest in the lifestyle and trappings of the European royalty. The inclusion of the crown silhouette in Trifari's trademark from around 1937 is testament to the commercial success of an enduring line that encompassed a wide range of fanciful designs, including the coronation gems launched in the 1953. However, the most sought-after pins are those designed by Alfred Felipe in the 1940s, incorporating large cabochons on heavy vermeil sterling silver encrusted with rhinestones. And let me tell you, authentic rhinestones. Some of the jewelry, the high-end jewelry, especially that Alfred Felipe designed, obviously not most of Crown Trifari's stuff was not sterling silver and actual gemstones. Not just rhinestones, but gemstones. Examples, these 1940 vermeil silver examples should not be confused with Trifari's 1980 reissues in lighter weight base materials, which command significantly lower prices. So if you did have a crown that, you'd have to do more research. These are the only ones they're showing in here. You'd want to authenticate that they were the originals and not the remade ones that used non-precious metal stuff. A large crown pin designed by Alfred Felipe of vermeil sterling silver with prong set sapphire blue and red cabochons, emerald green baguettes, and emerald green, ruby red, and clear rhinestones. So obviously that had rhinestones in it. The one I have is sterling. Nice. You need to take a picture of that and send it to me on district. I would love to see it, because then if I could pull it up in my iPad and then I can show it on my live right now. Fleur de lis. Let's see if I can read this. Fleur de lis finial crown pin of sterling silver set with round cut clear crystal rhinestones. The design is of medieval inspiration and comprises stylized foilate and floral forms topped with the heraldic fleur-de-lis finale. Okay. Now, some of these are not using authentic gemstones, but there were some others. And when we looked at some of these that had authentic gemstones, I'm just telling you, I wasn't making that up because we already went through all this on a different show. The crown pin of vermeil sterling silver with emerald green, ruby red, and green rhinestones, and a ring of faux pearls 1940s. Very interesting. Anyways, I did not mean is worth a lot of money. I don't know. She needs to research because if she has an original, that is worth some serious money. Let me see what you should, because they just said there in that book that the remakes of them were not, they were made of other metals, heavier metals or something. I think that's what it said. Hold on. Let me get it one more time. Hold on. It said, don't confuse them with the reissues in lighter weight base metals, which command significantly lower prices. So as if yours was sterling silver, that's significant. You know what I mean? Like that has some real potential. Okay, I didn't mean to get distracted. Again, for those of you that popped in late, all of the jewelry, earrings, vintage earrings that I'm showing tonight, I had bought this jewelry box from the antique store, and they sold it with all the earrings in it. So that's what I'm bringing to you guys tonight, is all of those. I'm not at the studio, so I don't have the brooch with me now. No worries. I do remember the other day. So whenever you think about it, take a picture of it. That would be awesome to look at it again. But that sounds like if it was sterling silver, that's a good sign, you know. We shall see. All right, let me bring something else here. I don't know if anyone had a guess on this. Let me see. So I'm going to read all this. April said, what book is that? I talked about that. Never heard of him. You've never heard of that designer. Oh, he's awesome. The Hag. Now I'm going to pronounce it wrong. Hagler or something. I don't know. Stanley Hagler. Yeah. I was learning too. It was from Felicia one night. Is the crown brooch I have in that book? Okay, we talked about that. It's like that crown, that top crown. Okay, it's like it. Wow. Okay. The one you have is sterling. Oh my God, Marissa, it could be worth a lot of money. It absolutely could. I sent a pic of my receipt. Hold on. So you just recently found it? Give me 1 second. I'm just opening up my district on a different device. Oh, this is a screenshot from my email receipt. Interesting. Wow. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Okay, let me get the book. And did you get a good, I mean, you don't have to tell us what you paid for it, but you bought it knowing that you had it, that it was sterling silver. Like, were you aware of what you were buying? Marissa, last time I came into your show late, I missed it. Oh, you bought it online. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to that page again. Okay, so it's not exactly the same, but it's pretty darn similar. Using some different stones. So we're just comparing her. Okay, hold on. Hers to the one that's to the right of it. So it uses some different stones, but it's designed exactly the same. Holy moly. With the rhinestones along the bottom, with the baguettes here. It's got less baguettes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe there's another one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It might be the same. The cabochons, the rhinestones there. I mean, and yeah, obviously you're missing just a few of the red rhinestones, which I'm sure you could replace those. But it'd be curious to research that and see if they made them in other design color styles, because the way it's designed, and it looks the same. That's incredible. Oh my gosh. Now you have some work to do. You have a job, Marissa, to go figure that out. Well, I will take a picture of this. Actually, I'll take a picture right now for you, and I'll send it to you just so you can have that. You're welcome. It's a great book. Again, I bought it from Felicia. It was a great purchase. But real quick, I'm just going to take a picture of just that section. Now, mind you, this entire book is amazing, but I'm going to take a picture of that crown section, and I'm going to send it to you real quick before I keep talking here while it's on my brain. So just give me 1 second. You can zoom into it, but there you go. Okay. I'm moving on. Sorry for the distraction. Sometimes that stuff is just so cool to go over. I just can't help myself. All right. Any work on my puzzle here? Here's a hint. Waking up for food. That's all I can say. That's your hint. Waking up for food. I'm sure that's too much of a hint. Thanks, April Morningstar. It is cool. I agree. Sometimes it's just fun to, I don't know, learn new stuff and be amazed and all those things. All right. So this whole little grouping of vintage earrings, they're all dangle ones. So we have some screwback, I guess you would say etched a little bit with some dimension there. And I do not, let me see if there's anything written on, no. And they're not magnetic, they're magnetic. So that's the first pair. Kind of looks sort of gunmetal-ish. And then I have a pair here of some cream or light butter yellow enameled kind of teardrop dangles off like a brassy stud looking clip back. So that's number 2. And then I have here these little faux pearls hanging from a kind of a filigree-ish like cap there, gold tone. And then the final one is also twist back. Sorry, I didn't mean to get these all caught in each other. I thought I had already done them. Okay, already undone them. Okay, so these are interesting because when you see it hanging in the ear, what it'll do is, you see the way it goes on the ear? It goes on the ear sliding in like that. So when you look head on the ear, the front of the ear gets that front part, and then that dangle, and then coming from behind the ear is this other dangle. So it kind of has a little bit of dimension to it when you wear that one. Okay, let me see if I can flip that the right way. So you get an idea there. So anyways, those are the 4 that I'm bringing up right here. Breakfast in bed is it. Good job, Val. That's correct. Good job. You guys are smarty pants. I don't mean like smarty pants like you're being like smart. I mean you're smart. Okay. I'm sorry. It's the teacher in me. I can't help but tell you what a great job you're doing. Super low start on these 4 screwbacks. It's a $4 start for the 4 vintage earrings for any takers on those. All dangle and very vintagey for sure. We got 10 seconds left on that. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Appreciate you taking a look. Again, if anybody pops in late and there's anything that I've already run that you want me to rerun, don't be shy. Just reach out and holler, and I can more than happy to bring it back up to auction. It's not a problem. You just kind of, all you have to do is, redo it. Like there's a thing on the listings that you can rerun it. So easy peasy. Okay, so let me get another one. Okay, you guys will get this in -5 seconds. Let's see who's first. Go. Bam. Go. You're going to get it so fast. That one's easy. Okay, here's some more hoops. We'll do these hoops. Who's the first? Who's the first? Let's see. Oh, I thought you guys would get it fast. Okay, so this next set, they're all hoops. Look at these lovely textured. These, if you look, you can't see the whole card. My bad. How about that? And I can also bring it down some. There we go. So I'm not like putting my hand in front of it. You can see these have like a texture of lines that go across the earrings. You can see it right there. Dunkin' Donuts is it. Marissa's on it. Woohoo! You got it. Good job. And so, so kind of floral embossed clip back earrings, larger, thicker hoops. So that's the first thing. And then we've got a pair of etched gold tone ones. One shows a little bit of wear more than the other. I don't know why that is, because you would be grabbing it in the same place to take it off each time. So why would one show more wear than the other? I don't know. It might not be significant in one, because this is the front. This is the front of the earring. So what people see is actually looking fine. But again, there's some, it's got like little, it's hard for you to see it, but it's got just like little textures on there. Okay. And then the last pair, about the same size as those gold tone ones, again, is like some floral, or maybe not floral. I would maybe geometric designs in there. Okay. So I'm actually going to lower this price before I press start. So I'm going to make it $3.50. So that's going to make them like $1. 16 each, 16 and a half, $1.16 and a half ish. So there you go. I'm going to start the auction now. So those are the 3 earrings. That one, and that one. And Val's in for $3.50. Fun little clip back earrings. I love all the textures on them. They are lovely. So it looks like Val's going to get those. Very nice. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Sorry, I sometimes just get this ink on my hands because it's still like a little bit wet when I'm trying to open the baggie. Maybe I should try to open the bag before I write on it. Okay, so those are going home with Val. Trying to look for another one to give you. Sometimes if I don't, if I don't like them, I just skip them. Okay, how about this one? Okie dokie. So I'm going to bring another single earring. These are super fun and I honestly have not seen an earring like this. They are by Bow Jewels. You can see the It's signed on the back right there. It says Beau Jewels. The gold tone is in great condition, very dimensional. I couldn't find the exact earrings when I went and hunted for Beau Jewels, but definitely found a lot of other Beau Jewels which obviously are priced, you know, like there's some really gorgeous Beau Jewels jewelry. So, but I have a $9 start on these, which I think is immensely fair because, you know, most of the listings are looking at $30, $40, even on ones that aren't necessarily rhinestone ones. But aren't those pretty? Very dimensional. And then again, here's the back. Looking good. Okay. That rivet there. And they actually would go on the ear this way. So it almost would sort of climb your ear, sort of, because it's facing this way when you wear it. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to start the auction now on those fun vintage gold tone, dimensional, floral, textured lovelies. And we've got 8 seconds left. $9 start. Bring them a little closer. And thank you for taking a look. Okay. All right. Yep, you got it, Val. Quarantine is it. Very good. You awesome. Oh, you guys will get this one fast. Really fast. No question. All right, let me grab something else here. Okay. These are not fancy, expensive ones. These are just, you know, vintage earrings. Cow Lady 33, welcome in. Thanks for joining us. Okay. These are literally just like enameled in metal earrings here. One of them is dented slightly. I'll show you. And then another one is kind of got some discoloration. It's these. I don't know if it would be rust or just rubbing off of the actual gold tone to show the brassiness underneath. But so that is the reason for the $1.50 price point of all 4 of these earrings. So for all 4 of them, I'm literally doing $1.50 start. Those are damaged with a little bit. It's losing some of its, you know, gold tone there. These earrings are like a textured hoop. That's the back side of them. You can see the texture on them. The gold tone looks fabulous. It does have ever so slight kind of denting on the right side of this. I honestly don't know how many people would notice it when you wear it because the gold tone is fine, but it definitely has just a slight dent there on those clip backs. No brand. Then we have these enameled bluish plaid looking, I don't know. They go in your ear like this. These look great. Nothing wrong with them at all. They're perfectly fine. Okay. And then these hoops, sort of an ombre look. You got it. Excellent, Marissa. That's it. Good job. Sort of an ombre look where it's lighter and then it darkens as you go out. But it has had a little bit of slight chipping of the enameling on the very edge. You don't see it head on as you see there. It looks pretty darn good. It's just right along the edges, which, you know, sometimes, I mean, it's shabby chic. Sometimes people buy that stuff intentionally. So those 4 earrings literally are $1.50 start for any takers on that. You could almost consider it to be like a little craft lot or something. Okay, thank you for looking at that. Alrighty then, let's move on. so these are all gold tone. 3 pairs. So the first pair here, they look very Avon-like, but I cannot see a dot with a circle around it anywhere, and I don't see the word Avon, but they just have that look. And so they are a textured, flower with a little plastic cabochon, bead, right there in the center. Gold tone looking fantastic. They're in great condition. Pretty light, so they're not going to hurt your ears. But that's the first pair. The second pair has this textured square here, a little bit darker in gold, or slight teeny bit of gold loss, if that's why it's looking that way, or maybe it was done that way intentionally because it's kind of that color throughout. It doesn't look like specifically in that area. No brand that I see, and they go on the ear like that, like squares. Little, acrylic faux pearls there. That's number 2. And then these are, they might be Avon. Hold on. Yes. These are signed Avon on the back, gold tone, asymmetrical kind of swirled thing. So it goes on the ear like there. So it, my chair is like making noises here. Sorry. Yeah, so it's definitely, it kind of goes on the ear like that. Okay. So those 3 pairs, let me pull them up. Right here. Where are they? Okay, so I have a $4 start on those 3 pairs. They're like $1.33 each, and the auction's running now, looking like that. Seven seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorry for making you nauseous. I didn't mean to shake that around like that. Okay, thanks for looking. All right, I've got about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 12 more things to show you tonight. 11 more things to show you tonight. Again, you can see in my store the things that I've already run. So if you want me to rerun, holler, holler, holler. Hold on. I wanted to get something to wipe this a little bit. I think when I cleaned them, they had like I had like teeny bit of lotion on my hands. Where is my, oh, there it is. Hold on. But, when you got AB crystals, you got to show how pretty it is. And so I want to make sure it's showing how beautiful it is. So that's a little bit of an upgrade. Okay, much better. Like I said, I'd cleaned everything else, but for whatever reason, I think I had just gone up and put lotion on my hands. My hands get so dry in the wintertime. Oh, because the heaters are on constantly. I don't know if this ever happens to you guys sometimes, but sometimes like I'll literally crack because I wash my hands so much from working with my hands and stuff. It's the worst. But anyways, look at these pretty earrings. They they're unsigned. The gold tone looks fantastic. And it's just, AB rhinestone, kind of floral leaves, kind of branches, whatever. And so they go in the ear like that. That's the way they sit in the ear. And they're both in great condition. Yeah, so they sit like that. It looks like they're physically prong set, but it just has the look of prong set. But they're in perfect condition, like, you know, it doesn't look like anything's coming loose or anything. So let me pull this up. I think I had a $6 start on these. Again, no brand, but some beautiful earrings. Looking like that. And we've got 12 seconds left on the little floral clip back gold tone earrings. Welcome in, Art Girl. And 2 seconds left and 1. Awesome. Thanks for taking a look. Okay, so we're done with all those singles. Okay, let me get one more puzzle for you to solve back here. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. This is hilarious. Whoever gets this, I'm cracking up. Let me just say. See if you can figure it out. I'll grab another stack. Welcome in, Jen's Vintage Wonderland. I always love doing little games and puzzles. If you've never been in my shows before, Cherish Alex Boutique, but these little cards, they're called Guess the Gibberish, and it truly is gibberish. But these little cards, based on, you know, when you pronounce them, will be like a word. Like, for example, this one was fortune cookie, fortune cookie, fortune cookie. So that's what people are trying to do in the background, is solve them while we kind of plug along on these vintage earrings. Okay. But whoever solves this one, I'm cracking up. That's all I can say. All right. So, all right. So this set for vintage earrings, let me pull it up. I think it's this set. Yes. Okay. All right. So we have some faux pearls here. The front looks great. Like I said, I went through and I cleaned all these before the show from coming out of that jewelry box. But sorry for the Sharpie on my hand. There is no brand here. But, you know, sometimes the glue over time, even though this is clean, I can't do anything about the glue. That is not ear goo, just so you know. This isn't gross ear goo. It literally is old glue that's yellowed. And sometimes the metal rusts and things like that. But the front of the earring, the part that people see, looks great. So you got that pair. And then we have a beautiful cluster, kind of another mint green, signed Japan, which you can see right here. And that's what that one's looking like. And they look to be in great condition. They're looking like that. Probably about the size, a little bit smaller than a quarter, but lots of dimension, as you see. Okay. So you got those. And these are interesting looking. This is acrylic here. The little flower design there, even faceted acrylic. But it's got a really beautiful kind of, you know, filigree edging along here. I wouldn't necessarily call it prongs because, you know, I'm sure this is glued in or whatever. But it's just a very vintagey looking earring. It does have a little bit of verdigris that I did not see when I cleaned. So if anyone did buy this set, I will definitely clean it with vinegar before I send it to you. Because like I said, you don't want to put things together with that verdigris in them. But those are what that's looking like. Probably about the size of nickels. And then the final earring is just some AB crystal, cluster earrings that, like I said, these are often, just wired in. And this particular one, I don't like the way it sits in here. I want to adjust how it's sitting. I don't know if I can move the wire. But anyways, there you go. These are also probably about the size of a nickel, but you can see a little dimension. So the back's looking like that. No brand on it that I see. Okay. So those 4 earrings, I actually am going to lower the price on this to $6. That will make them $1.50 each. What a deal. Starting the auction now. These are super nice. Those are probably my favorite. And Mel's in. These are very interesting. I've never seen an earring like that. So that's interesting. And then obviously lots of us have seen the little crystal-y ones. So looks like Mel's taking that for $6. Awesome, awesome. Let me put that in a bag for her. And even if some of them, at that price, even if some of them she doesn't want to wear as earrings, she can use them for her crafts. She does beautiful crafting things. Okay. Thanks, Mel. All right. I keep getting all the black Sharpie on my fingers. Okay. And the puzzle behind you, no takers yet, huh? I could give you a hint. Let me get that to push in there a little bit so I can put this last one in. Okay, so there you go. Here's your hint. Oh, if I say this hint, it will give it away. But let me tell you this. When I had babies, they did this. And when they would do this, and it only happened a few times, it would completely shock me. Like, how is that possible? And then I'd have a lot to clean up. Let me just say that. That's your hint, because if I gave their hint, it would give it away. Okay, let's keep going here. Okay, so here's a dangle earring set. Oh, and it has a, maybe that has a brand on it that I didn't see. And I think I literally have a $3 start on this. So let me show them to you. So these are a white enamel. They are enameled, so they're heavier. Earring dangle. You can see kind of a little bit of Art Deco-ish going on there. And earlier, I don't know if that's a brand. It's not. It's just a square with some lines on it. So, but yeah, these are heavier enameled. Cool vintage dangles there. And then I have these dangles here, which it looks like I did clean these, but I think the reason I see a little bit of yellowing on the front is because the gold tone's rubbing off. If someone gets these, I can take some of my touch-up silver paint and freshen them up, and then they would look good again if someone gets them. Again, this is a $3 start. We're talking about not massively expensive earrings, but cute. Definitely vintage. So you got those. And then we've got these little coming out of like a stud little leaf dangle earrings looking like that. There they are. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to hold them up. Okay. And yeah, so all 3 of them Like The Exorcist. I think you're onto something, Dawn. I think you're onto something. That was my son one time, the crazy distance he could get. Okay, so Dawn is still not given up the answer yet. So maybe someone else can still guess. Dawn's doing that to be nice because she's good at solving these. But I know that she knows the answer. But I bet someone could say it. I don't know if my friend Chrissy's still here. She'll get a kick out of putting this answer in the chat. Um, Memories. Yes, joy for sure. I'm starting the auction on the $3 earrings right now. I'm sorry, $3 bid on the dangle earrings. Yeah. And whenever it happened, I swear, especially when I was a new mother, I had 3 kids. They're all grown now, but it would be like so unexpected. And I think when I had dealt with it the most was with my second child, because he dealt with, what is the thing when kids, the answer is, in fact, projectile vomiting, projectile vomiting, vomiting, like you're vomiting, projectile vomiting. Ha. You see, if I gave you that clue, it would have given it away. But you can get kids that are babies that, what is it called when they're babies and they throw up, there's a name for it. A lot of kids, and you have to like take their crib. Oh, your oldest son did that, right? And you have to like lean it up, like the crib would normally lay flat, but they want you to like angle it up a little bit. There's a name for it. Not colic. What is it that they would have that would call reflux? Yes. Oh, yes. My nephew had that and had surgery for it. Really? And they have surgery as a baby? I didn't know. I wonder what happens in a surgery for reflux. I don't know anything about that. Interesting. Thanks for looking at that. So is it, what gets fixed in surgery? Like, I wonder what, someone will have to look it up on their phone, reflux. Like, what is reflux? Is it like a oversensitive, like muscles in the throat? It was a flap that got, so the surgery removed the flap or created a flap, or that didn't stay closed. Oh, so it helped it to stay closed. Okay. You see, I obviously didn't know. I didn't deal with it enough to be like, I dealt with it enough to be like, oh my God, how did that come out of that child? That's all I know. There was a pair of these earrings earlier that was a gold tone one. Here's a silver tone one, textured. I think I also had it in another thing that had a couple pairs of these. There's no damage on these. They look great. Silver tone. So you got that pair of hoops. We have a pair of square hoops because they're actually square with a little bit of texture on them. And I think it says Hong Kong. Yes. So that says Hong Kong. So there are those square hoops. So they would go in the ear like that. So from the side, they'd kind of see a diamond. Okay. I think there was no brand on those. And then there's some open work, gold tone, kind of little ovals connected. So there are those. And then, yeah, and these are just regular, smooth, like shiny hoops there that are smaller. Sorry. And they go in the ear like that. Okay. So 4 earrings. Let me pull them up. Not massively expensive. That's all I know. Here they are. Right here. Move to stage. It's a $3.50 start for 4 earrings, so they're less than $1. I got to go make sure my high school son goes to bed because he has to get up super early for school. So let me just holler at him. I'll be right back, but I'm starting the auction now for any takers on that. Andrew. Are you already in bed? Okay. You got your alarm set and she's giving you everything right? Okay, holler at me tomorrow if you need. Okay, a ride. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, thanks for looking at that. Opening my drink here. Okay. Wow, so I wonder what they did in the surgery to keep it closed if it was a flap. Like, that's interesting. Because I wonder if people with reflux then deal with that kind of thing their whole life. I don't know. So I think I accidentally, hold on, ran this one, but I thought it was a different one. I don't think I showed these yet, but I think when I ran the auction for these, I showed these. So I think I screwed up. So I already ran these, but under the wrong auction. So for this one, which I don't think I've run yet, I need to restart the auction because I think I screwed up. Okay. Okay, these are in great condition. These are heavy earrings. Quality. You know, you can tell the difference between, things are just made well. They're heavier and all that. So, yeah, we have a pair of circle textured kind of rope wrapped earrings here. There is not a brand on them. They look pretty clean. Just the teeniest touch of gold loss right there in the center. If someone buys these and they don't like the look of that teeny bit of gold loss, I can put a teeny bit of touch-up paint on it, or you wouldn't notice it, but you can let me know. These look in perfect condition. A textured hoop, as you see there. I don't see a brand on them. And let me look on the inside of that hoop. No, I don't see it. So they go in the ear like this, but these are heavy. Like, these are a really well-made earring. Okay, so there's those. And then we have these fun textured, textured with like dots. They're cool. And they go in the ear like this. Okay. So looking like that. And then the fourth pair is, they're probably Avon, these teeny little shell studs that are clip back. Let me see if I see a brand or a poke or a dot with a circle around it, because that in fact is the mark for Avon when they don't have room to write it. I do not see a dot, so I don't know what brand, but the cute little shells. And I actually, before I start this auction, I'm going to lower the price a little, since there is just the teeniest bit. It's not much of wear there, just a little bit of gold tone. Again, I can touch it up if you're interested, but I'm going to lower this to 6. Okay, and I'm going to start the auction now for anyone interested in those. And let me find another puzzle for you. We don't need many more puzzles. We're almost out of stuff to run. Okay, we'll do this one. Okay, cool. Thanks for looking. Here's another puzzle for you. Okay, those are nice gold earrings. I like that set. Okay. And I already brought these, but I'm going to bring them one more time because I accidentally did the wrong auction. So I'm going to do these again, and I'm going to Oh my gosh, they were only $3.50 when I did it the first time, but I'll lower it to $3, which is like, gosh, like 75 cents an earring. But the only reason I want to still run it is because I haven't run it yet, and then it's going to look like I had, items that didn't go to auction. So it's going to bug me. I have to run it. So I already showed these once, but I'm just going to briefly show it again for any ones that popped in. These are like embossed, larger clip back earrings right there. It had these clip back earrings that had kind of one in the ear like that. So some dimensional kind of gold tone. And then it had these gold tone button earrings, clip back. And it had these a little bit smaller gold tone button earrings with a little bit of texture going on there. So I lowered that set of 4 earrings to 3. Oh, and I haven't brought it to auction yet. And I'm starting the auction now on that for anybody interested in some gold tone button earrings. We got 10 seconds left on that. We're almost done tonight. Thanks for coming to hang out with me. And let's see if I can give you a hint on this one. Okay, I won't give you a hint yet. You might still get it. Let me just say it has to do with breakfast. A yummy breakfast. I'll just say that. Thanks for looking. Okay. All right, this is sort of a craft lot, but this is a really, really fancy craft lot because these earrings are really beautiful, but they have small things wrong with them, and I'm not going to go and fix them all. So let me just tell you what they need, and you may choose to deconstruct them and use them for their beautiful pieces. But we've got these gorgeous dangle Aurora Borealis earrings here, and it's got one faceted crystal there in the top, and this one's missing. So you could easily fix these by just removing that one and putting 2 other ones that match up there. They don't have to match the pink. It could be just clear. So those are fixable, but that's what I have. There's no brand on them, but outside the fact that it's missing that stone, there's nothing wrong with them. They're really cute. So there's those. And then these are glass, these little cabochon stones there, and they are just missing, literally, they look like crowns kind of, but just teeny little glued in rhinestones. And I have a whole tub of those. There's not many. They're easy to glue in, 1, 2, 3. Or you could harvest these nice cabochon glass pieces for something else. I think they're cabochon. I definitely think they're glass of some type. So those are going to go in there. It's sort of I wrote that these earrings need repair, but you could think of them as a fancier. I didn't want to put them in craft because they're so nice. But so I made them their own. Okay. And then the last pair has a whole bunch of beautiful Aurora Borealis in it. And I think it literally is missing 2. So if it needs to clean it. I don't think I told you I cleaned everything, but I did not clean these because I knew they were like craft, like damaged. I only cleaned the ones that were getting bought new. But I'm cleaning it for you now so you can see how beautiful it is. And you can see also which stones have to get fixed. I'm just taking a cloth and just going over it a little bit. Giving it a little bit of upgrade. Clean it up. So as you see there, I think the only one missing is that, and it's probably supposed to be, I I think it's supposed to be another Aurora Borealis. It's more of a topaz Aurora Borealis. So you'd have to match that color, but it's missing one there. I'm sure if you did it with just a clear crystal one, it'd probably be fine. And then this one is also, so each one is missing one of those Aurora Borealis, but otherwise the earring's cute, you know. The gold tone looks fine. A little bit of wear along the edge, but you don't see that on the front. So little craft thing, a $2 start. I'm starting the auction now for anybody who wants to deconstruct those, use them in a different way, repair them. I don't know. Chocolate chip pancakes is correct. Val, you are so good at this game. Excellent. Good job. Okay. Thanks for looking at that. Okay. We've got 5 left. These are some littler earrings. I think 2 of them are Avon, though. Let me just tell you, this is a phrase. It's a catchphrase. I'll just say that. Okay, there's a new one. All right, so we've got these cute, teeny little studs. My whole finger is like peeling. God, it's so terrible. My hands get so dry. And then you have to look at it. Who wants to look at that? Nobody. So little rhinestones. And so that's all that's in this ear is that teeny, teeny little, part that comes up with the rhinestones there. So they look brand new. They look really like they haven't been used. Okay, so you got those. And they say Avon. So a pair of Avon earrings. And then we've got these a little bit larger earrings that have sort of a swirl hang down. You know what this makes me think of is the treble clef in music. I know it doesn't look exactly like it, but it makes me think about it. These also are marked Avon on the back, right there. Okay. They look in perfect condition. All of the earrings in this set look brand new. So you got those. And then this is sort of like a textured little bit. It's got faux pearls. Let me just double check. Yes, faux pearls. Probably acrylic with a teeny little marquee rhinestone right here. Okay. So in the ear, it sits like that. So that's how it goes in the ear. Teeny little studs, essentially. Oh, interesting. She looks it up. She says, okay, so I had to look it up after 28 years. It's like basically infant GERD and a weird name to it. And what does GERD mean? Does that just mean someone who has problems with like, I know there's I don't know what GERD means. Oh, gastrointestinal problems. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. And I know that, all I know is that a lot of times those kids that had reflux also had a lot of problems with gas. And so they'd have belly aches a lot where, they would cry a lot and, all that business. So anyways, these are the 3 earrings. They're little dainties, but they're pretty and they're in great condition. So if you like little dainty clip backs, those are the 3 earrings. And let me pull them up. And I have a $4 start on them, and I'm starting the auction now. So if you like littles, this is a good set. They're all in great condition. Isn't it so fun? We're talking about throwing up. What a joy. We got 4 seconds left on the teeny little Avon. 2 out of 3 of them are Avon things. Okay, cool. Thanks for looking. And I'll tell you that this is a phrase that's used by a fast food company that's common, like that's on commercials, and you know how a lot of different companies will use little phrases, catchphrases that people will recognize. Okay. All right. This is the cheapest one of the evening because I don't think I can go any lower than $1. I don't think it allows me on an auction. But these are all three like these. Maybe one of you knows. Maybe you can go lower than $1. I don't think you can. They're like these little etched. This is like, I guess, a little bit enameled. It's got like these, I don't know, it's like the metal's cut out to give you that kind of reaction, whatever. But they're just little hoops. So those are the smaller hoops. And then I'm going to slide them on my hand. See if I can slide them on my hand. No, I can't. I was going to try to hold them at the same time, but I can't. So those are the smaller hoops. And then we have some medium-sized hoops, again, with a little bit of cut in the metal texture with kind of paint around it. Okay. They're pretty light. I don't see, Hong Kong. That says Hong Kong on it. Hi there. How are you? Let's see. That doesn't have a brand there. And the last one is also the same. Pam must be on the West Coast because she usually pops in later. Usually I'm like close to the end and she'll pop in. But you have to be on the West Coast. You must. America runs on Duncan. Good job. That's it. America runs on Duncan. Good job. Okay, so here's the last pair. So remind me, Pam, are you on the West Coast? Are you in California or something? I can't remember. Yeah, so it like creates this like diamondy kind of effect. I don't know, but it's just the way the metal's cut. So you have 3 different sizes: a larger hoop, a medium hoop, and a smaller hoop. And I know we're big spenders here, but it's $1 start. There you go. Auction is running. Nothing wrong with any of them, but just, simple earrings. Val's in for 1. Woo! There you go. You see, these are the earrings she can wear where she doesn't have to worry they're going to feel too heavy or anything like that. All right. So those are for Val. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So Pan has to remind me what part of the country she's in. I want to say it's West Coast. Last of the big spenders. There you go. Woohoo. Okay. So those are going home with Val. Because I know, so obviously California is 3 hours back. In Washington, Val's also in the same time zone from the East Coast. So you're 3 hours back. So right now it's 11:44 here. So it's like 8:44 for you guys. It's pretty early in the evening. But also like Hawaii, which is also part of the United States, like that's like probably another. Now I'm craving donuts. We've had a couple of the puzzles with donuts. I don't know how many more time zones they're back, but so, if someone was watching from Hawaii, now my parents live in Australia. They live in the same time zone as like Sydney, Australia. They live just north of Sydney, Australia. So they're, depending on the time of year, either like 14 or 16 hours ahead of us. And so, it's like tomorrow for them. So currently, I'll have to look it up on my phone because it changes based on the time of year. Hold on. And they're currently in their summer because Australia is in the southern hemisphere. And so right now, all the countries in the southern hemisphere, they have opposite seasons from us. I'm sure most of you already knew that. I think 5. Oh, you think they're 5 hours back? That would make sense for Hawaii for sure. What time is it in Sydney, Australia now? Okay, so they are 14 hours ahead of us. So it is 3:46 p.m. tomorrow for them. So yeah, time zone's always like, everybody's lives are, everybody's awake at some point, somewhere on the earth. So those are for Val. Thank you, thank you. Okay, here are some faux pearls. This is a whole faux pearl set here. A whopping $2 start. I know, big spender. But let me show them to you. Again, all of these were earrings that came out of that vintage jewelry box that I showed you earlier today. That it was filled to the brim with all these earrings, and I got them for a pretty good price. So let me get you one last puzzle. This will be the last puzzle of the night. Let me find a good one. Sorry, I'm looking at the answer. This is a good one. We'll try this one. And I will give you a hint. This is a question, even though you can't tell it's a question there. I know that the answer, it's a question. And you know what? I'm going to lower this to $1.50. Whew. These are the kind of earrings that you literally, they're not super expensive. You could sit there and like put rhinestones on them and really fancy them up, All right. These are actually glass faux pearls. They're pretty simple. I believe this says Japan. So those are some Japan faux pearls, kind of flatter ones, okay? And then we have some bigger faux pearls here. These are definitely, costume jewelry. They're not fancy. This is not an expensive one. Very, very light, faux pearl, but a larger one, probably about the size of $50. But you can see teeny like bit of rust happening there. They're not like amazing. These look fine. They're just a faux pearl acrylic with like an enameling blue ring. Okay. No brand. About the size of a nickel. Okay. And then, oh, wow. Yes, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. That's correct. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. These are the same as the blue ones. They've got a faux pearl with an enameling of like tan around the outside. Okay. So $1.50 start. I think even though these are super old, I think these are probably the nicest because they're, signed in glass. So I'm starting the auction now for the faux pearl grouping there. We got 2 left. And we got 10 seconds left. Let me get rid of some of my bags here. Okay, cool. Thanks for looking. All right. Okay. So here's a hint. I told you it was a question. And it's a question, you would ask this question most often when you're traveling somewhere because you would like forget this. Let me just say that. That's your hint. That's your hint. Oh, this is the other one I hadn't brought yet that had some of those same textured hoops, kind of oval hoops. These have nothing wrong with them. Okay. So you have silver tone, textured, kind of an oval hoop there. Clip back, nothing wrong with it. Looks great. And then you have a gold tone, textured, same thing, hoop, nothing wrong with it. Okay. These are heavier. These are really well made. it's got that mesh look, but it's solid. Like it's not like bendable or, you know, and it looks in really good condition, like really good condition. And so you kind of have these like mesh uh, earrings there. I was trying to clean that off there. I don't know if I just didn't wipe it, but anyways, that's how they sit on the ear, looking like that. And then these gold tone hoops are actually pretty heavy, surprisingly. It's just literally a simple gold tone, shiny, and there is no brand that I can see. So you got those 4 earrings. And I'm going to bring that to stage and start the auction. It's a $350 start for the 4 earrings. Yeah, I think these textured ones are fun. I don't know why I had a couple different ones of them, but they're nice and light. Good condition. And we got 2 seconds left. 2 and 1. Okay, thanks for looking. Okay, let me tell you this. Here's your clue. Oh, let me read their clue. Oh, well, if I read their clue, I'm going to give it away. I'm not reading their clue. It's too easy. We need this when we forgot. Oh, gosh, what clue can I give you? Oh, you see, Dawn already knows the answer. Okay. She's giving us some clues, people. What she's saying in the chat is clues for us. My kid takes mine all the time, and then I never see it again. Yeah, my kid does that for those as well as fingernail clippers, and then I find him in his room. And, yeah. So that's funny. We probably buy these every year for Christmas and put them in our stockings. They re-energize things that are necessary. And this is in the form of a question. And this is my last, this is the last one I have to bring. And then again, I can rerun anything if you guys want me to. So that, yeah, I'm just trying to give you those clues. Okay. So this is a $2 start. I know, big spender. Okay, so we have these acrylic, I guess they kind of look like shells. They look like that. On the back, you can see some yellowing because it's the glue, but you don't see the back when you wear the earring, obviously. And the brand on these says Coro, but it's like been re-dipped again, so it's harder to read, but it does say Coro. So there's that. These are actually really nice. They're just a silver tone, like a puffy. You got it. Good job, Amelia. Can I borrow your charger? Woohoo! Last puzzle of the night. Good job. My 17-year-old son must have a black hole somewhere where he throws all our chargers. Oh my gosh, that is so true. And then half the time they break and they stop working. Yes, I try to buy the most weird colors and things so I can claim them as my own. Or you're right, if you get weird ones like that, then they won't want to borrow a hot pink one. That's cute. That's a good idea. So again, a puffy little teardrop earrings there. No brand. You got that. And then we've got these little dangles here. These are little acrylic beads, rhinestones right there. Isn't missing any. Same thing there. So they hang in the ear like that, a clip back. And I don't see any brand on that. So 3 pairs of earrings, $2 start auction, last auction of the night, starting now, unless anyone wants me to rerun anything, of course. Amelia's in for 2. Woohoo! I think these are the nicest, personally. They're just a nice little simple puffy earring. Yeah, so there you go. So that's going home with Amelia. Get her a baggie. And so if anyone new, if it's someone who hasn't like been at the show all night that popped in and wants to, gosh, I have like stains on my thing that I shouldn't. Like, what is that? I usually don't have, this is actual granite. Like this is, granite is the wrong word. This is a quartz. I bought this, but what the heck's going on there? I don't even know. I usually don't have that on there. So this is, all right. All right. Yeah. So if any of you popped in later and there's anything in the store that I ran an auction for, you got about 1 minute to holler at me. Or if you want to take a look in the store and you're like, wait, don't leave yet. I want to look in the store, then tell me that, because otherwise I won't know and I'll close down the sale. Anyways, so that's going home with Amelia. And you guys were rock stars tonight. Boy, did you know the answers to those puzzles. I'm impressed. I always try to put them back in the bag that I have, like the flipped way, so I know that they've, you see, here's my bag of all the things. And I think a lot of these I already did. I definitely know I did this one already. Oh, no, I didn't do that one. I don't know. I just try to flip them the opposite direction so I know, hey, we already did those. You see? Okay. You're welcome, Val. I hope you have a great evening. Your evening is still young. I'm going to go take my dog out and go watch a movie and fall asleep, I think. But thanks for coming, everyone. Do you have any upcoming shows that these orders will combine with? So this is combining with Friday. So I don't know if you were in my Friday show. Good night, Mel. Have a good night. But I am doing shipping tomorrow. So there is, let me remind everybody, oh my goodness, I have tons of buy it now stuff, including huge 5-pound lots of wearable jewelry that you can go to my profile by clicking on my profile sometimes here. There's antiques in there that the prices are ridiculously low because essentially I had closed my booth and I'm just trying to move those antiques. They're like $2, $3, $1.75 for like things because I'm just really wanting to recoup costs. They're like, and I was just trying to tell a buyer the other day that I promise they're not this cheap because they're like damaged or, smoky smelling. This comes from a non-smoking home. They're in good condition. It's just literally, I closed my booth. So I don't do hard goods anymore. And so I'm just trying to move all that. And then all the wearable lots, I'm sorry, not wearable lots. There's a whole bunch of coordinated jewelry sets that are on my profile. That had come to auction like 3 times. So their price is as low as it will go. A lot of coordinated sets that are beautiful, some brand name that are amazing prices. So I encourage any of you definitely, if you bought something and you wanted, to be able to combine shipping or whatever, definitely take a look because there's some great prices there. Again, I won't be probably printing out shipping until tomorrow after lunchtime. So you've got all tonight and tomorrow morning and all that. But it's, tomorrow is when I start working on all the shipping. So, but thanks for coming, everyone. I hope you have a good night. And as always, great fun. And I'll be back again on Friday. It's nice. I do Monday and Friday, which is nice because then during the week, I get to watch everyone else's shows and just chill. So thanks for coming. And I assume you follow me, Amelia, so it will be easy for you to find it. Just click, even if you need to go and click on I know that if you go into messaging, the text, if you click on a text between you and I, and then you go click on my username, I think it'll take you to my profile. So anyways, take care, everyone. Bye. Thanks for coming. Yeah, thanks, Dawn. Always love having you come. Appreciate it. Take care.